Hey y'all, so really quick, y'all, I'm giving a quick in the culture. I did so much and I do so much for us when it comes to men and trying to grow them spiritually. So I wanted to also give some support to the women who might be struggling with something or this particular situation we've been hitting on when it comes to in the culture. And just to let you know that you're not alone either. And I want you to see how God is raising up on both ends of the spectrum, men, women, boys, and girls of all ages, to tell their story. And it's a part of healing. However, don't feel so scared because yours might be healing in a different way. But I want you to know it's nothing to be ashamed of, okay? So, yes, y'all, this is going to be a brief one tonight. I've been working a lot behind the scenes, y'all. Just trying to fulfill everything that God's placed on me to do, you know what I'm saying? So, forgive me when I come late. I really have so much respect for the people who support me and keep coming back. Thank y'all and have a good night, okay?
Hi, we have with us Alicia Barlow, and Alicia is actually going to talk today about Tell Somebody Inc. And what's really, really interesting about this, I'm going to ask you guys to listen up because she has some really important information. Before we kind of delve in, I just want to remind all of you that we're here at the African American Museum and Library in Oakland, California, honoring Literacy Month. And we're really excited to have Alicia here. But we're going to jump right in by asking Alicia. First of all, Alicia, you're local. You're here in California. Is that correct?
Yes, I live in the Bay Area.
Oh, okay. And tell us a little bit about the Tell Somebody movement.
Tell Somebody is a nonprofit that I started when I was a child. My mom used to drop me off at her dad's house, which is my grandfather, to be babysat during the summers or when she had work. And my grandfather actually used to molest me. He used to touch me in my private areas and tell me that people that loved each other did things like that. And I believed him because my mom or dad never taught me about my body.
Right.
And when I was 6 years old, I told my mother and her two sisters that their dad was touching me. And they told me to keep it a secret from the police because he would go to jail, and to keep it a secret from my dad because my dad would kill him. So they put all the guilt on me.
Right.
And as a 6-year-old, the thought of a family member going to jail or dying because of you prevented me from telling anybody. My mom said that she asked my grandfather, he admitted to it. He said that the devil made him do it and that he promised he would never do it again. But they continued to bring me around him and the abuse continued. My mom never asked me any more questions after going over there, like, was it continuing? And I never told because I thought nothing would get done because it wasn't done the first time. So it took me 20 years to tell my dad, but last year I told him for the first time. And at first he was mad and then he was sad and he asked me why I didn't tell earlier. He thought he could have prevented what happened to me. He felt like he failed as a parent and didn't see the signs. And I told him that it was hard. So I made a video and I put it on my social media, my Facebook and my Instagram. And I just let the world know what happened to me. And a girl wrote me back and told me that she had also been abused by her uncle. But she didn't want to tell her dad because he had 6 months to live from cancer. And she didn't want to tell her mom because her mother had brain aneurysms. And if she was stressed out, she would die. So I told the girl, well, maybe you shouldn't tell, because you do have a lot of stress. And I told my dad, and he told me, no, you gave her the wrong advice. He said, even on my deathbed, I would want to know what happened to my child. And I myself have a 7-year-old right now. And so he asked me if something happened to my daughter, would I want to know? And I said, yes. So I wrote her back and told her I gave her the wrong advice. You do need to tell somebody. So that's how the Tell Somebody slogan came about. Me and my 6-year-old daughter, I've always wanted to, well, she's 7, I'm sorry, she just turned 7. Right. So I've always wanted to educate children, but I just didn't know how. So me and her actually come to events just like this, and we speak and educate the children and let them know you have 4 private areas, the mouth, the chest, the front, and the back, and no one's allowed to touch you there. And if they do, you need to tell somebody. And I also go out and interview other survivors. I have my own document series just like this, where I interview other people to give strength to other survivors to tell their story. So I just turned into a nonprofit, and that's what we're out here doing right now.
First of all, come forward and do that. And you're absolutely right. So many people are living with this anger, this hurt, and they don't even know where it comes from. And the family members just say they're being incorrigible, they're mean, they're just hard to control, and not realizing the emotion, because these are people that you're supposed to trust. These are people that are not supposed to hurt you. And I think today you speaking will open up for other people to be able to hear what you said, because I'll guarantee you there are people that are going to be in that audience today And people want you to think it's your fault. Mm-hmm. Thank you for telling them it's not their fault. Mm-hmm. They didn't do anything wrong. Mm-hmm. And people take advantage of young people. They take advantage of kids. And what do they tell you? You know, your dad's going to go to jail. Your uncle's going to go to jail. You know, somebody's going to kill somebody. That's not their issue. And that's what needs to come across. So I applaud you.
Thank you.
How can people follow you on social media?
My Instagram is _Queen, QUEEN, Leash, LEESH. And my Facebook is facebook.com/It's Time to Tell Somebody. Mm-hmm. So you can find me that way. Or my website. I have a website, okay. www.itstimetotellsomebody.com, where you can find all my social media, my YouTube videos, and I also sell other merchandise that says Tell Somebody.
Tell somebody.
Tell somebody.
Well, let me just tell you, I'm glad that you did tell somebody. I thank you for being here today. I am deeply, deeply touched. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's time to heal.
Yes.
It's time to tell somebody.
So God bless you.
God bless you.
So I'll be following you upstairs as you talk to other people. But it's a story that needed to have been told a long time ago.
And I see you getting a little emotional.
Yeah.
You got a story to tell,
I
huh?
have a story to tell too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I better hear it.
All right. Absolutely. So thank you so much
You're welcome.
for being on the show with me today.
The story, and the story never been told to. And for whatever reason, your story has never been told. Y'all, I just want to support everybody on every different spectrum. I want to encourage y'all to heal, work on self-love. We spend too much time, once again, not healing and loving ourselves before we jump into other relationships. And then you wonder why that's a certain way. Let's work on self-love. Give God 6 months to a year to work on you without people, chaos, you know. And I think a lot of people, like the man said last week, I think a lot of people be scared to be alone or to go to sleep at night, because then that's when you have to let your walls down. That's when you have to think about certain stuff. That's when your vulnerability come in. But one way or another, and I thank God for this, one way or another, you're going to have to face yourself. You're going to have to face the music. And I thank God because he does it. He gracefully breaks us, you know. And so I thank God for that, because without that, you can never really build a personal relationship with him. That's where the personal relationship with Jesus come into. You know what I'm saying? You can, but it ain't going to be as good. You know what I'm saying? And everybody work at their own timeline. It's no rush, but I just want to encourage y'all to spend some time, some quiet time with yourself and God. And don't be afraid to lose nobody. If they walk out your life, then evidently that was never meant. You know what I'm saying? If they don't understand you want to heal and work on yourself to become better, then, you know, that they're in a different type of mind frame, and God's going to have to work on them. But you can't stay stuck to toxicity to stop what God needs to use you for. He despises that, okay? And, yeah, to everybody out there, every victim, love him and then love you. Love yourself. You're worth loving. I don't care if you're a male or female. You're worth loving. If you wouldn't, God wouldn't have me right here being vulnerable and being outspoken and coming on here on a daily basis, pushing different topics, getting people to heal from a different perspective through him. You know what I'm saying? In a different way. He said his people have been lost for too long, and he's tired of it. He's tired of seeing y'all hurt. He's tired of seeing you hurt. He see your heart. He see the pain. He see the mask. He see why you cover up so much and put masks on and act like this in front of certain different people. God sees that. And he's tired of seeing you hurt. Okay? He's tired of seeing you suffer in silence. Let him heal you. And I don't care how long you got to spend by yourself crying and praying to God or yelling at him. Whatever you feel like you have to do to express yourself. If you feel angry, let him hear it. Get it out. Let him hear you how angry you are. He's not mad. He's not gonna be mad because he know it's just it's a buildup. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when he can come in and just gracefully break you and show you how to love yourself through his love for you. Ooh, it's amazing. Love him and then love y'all tonight, okay? And like I said, thank y'all for y'all support. I appreciate y'all. I apologize for the late nights. Like I said, I've been doing so much other stuff. You know, people think ministry and stuff is, you know, typically, you know, you just come on with a message. You know, it's a lot more that goes on in the background and the scenes that people don't see. And, you know, I really been tired. You know what I'm saying? I really wasn't going to bring this tonight, but I get so much love and support. And I appreciate each and every one of y'all. So I wanted to fulfill what I said I would do. No matter how late it is, I still want to come with it. You know what I'm saying? Because the kingdom of God comes first in my life and everything he needs me to do. I will rest later. Honey, we'll rest when we go to heaven. Okay? But love him and then love you. Deuces.